Press.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Premier. For people living in Windsor, like Mary, even the most basic services are more and more out of reach. I'm not talking about luxuries. Mary doesn't have a pool, a hot tub, or even a dishwasher. As she says, it's just basic living. And the price for basic living? A $200 electricity bill, double what she was paying last year. Will this Liberal government listen to Mary, finally admit that electricity is a necessity, not a luxury, and begin to treat it that way?
Minister of Energy.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We continue to find ways to help people like Mary and every other family and person and business in this province, Mr. Speaker. We did start by, starting on January 1st with the 8% reduction, and for those R2 customers in the province, 330,000 households, Mr. Speaker, they're seeing a $60.50 reduction, Mr. Speaker, and we know we can do more. There are programs in place to help people like Mary. I do hope that Mary is looking at some of those programs, but we will find ways, and we are working hard right now, Mr. Speaker, to continue to find ways to reduce costs. But we do recognize that the system that we built, Mr. Speaker, eliminating coal, rebuilding the grid, that cost billions of dollars, Mr. Speaker, and we know that cost actually came at the expense of many families, Mr. Speaker, and that's why we are now looking at ways of ensuring that we can continue to find some downward pressure on rates and bring immediate action and relief.
Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. Again to the Premier. Not a day goes by in Windsor where I don't hear yet another hydro horror story. Parents can't buy school supplies for their children, enroll them in sports, or send them to summer camp, all because of their skyrocketing hydro bill. Businesses can't afford to expand. Some have already closed. I invite the Premier to come to Windsor and actually listen to how difficult it's becoming to afford even the most basic needs like hydro, food, or medication for seniors. I'll introduce her to my constituents. I'll even buy her lunch. People in Windsor need action, not more Liberal talking points. They need more than $5 off this month and maybe $6 off the next. Will this Liberal government end the sell-off of Hydro One and offer a real plan to lower electricity bills?
Minister.
Once again, Mr. Speaker, as we said, there are several programs in place that actually help these families significantly, Mr. Speaker, in terms of dollars that they're saving every month when it comes to their electricity bill. We're also making sure, Mr. Speaker, as I said before, that 8% reduction, that started out of January 1st, Mr. Speaker, and that's a significant reduction for many families and farms and businesses right across the province, and that took effect as of January 1st, and many of those families are now seeing the full benefit to that, Mr. Speaker, now that we're at the end of February. So, Mr. Speaker, we recognize that, you know what, the investments that we made in this system, making sure that we're off coal, making sure that we have a clean system, a reliable system, and one that we can count on, Mr. Speaker, that came with a cost. And now, Mr. Speaker, we're taking it to the next level. We're working hard on finding other ways that we can reduce costs for not only this family, as was mentioned, Mr. Speaker, but all families and businesses right across our great province.
Thank you.